Hi, and welcome to A Better Place. Today we will be bringing you a special edition. As we enter into the month of domestic violence awareness, we will be talking to the director of a new play, Shame and Scandal. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
For those topsy-turvy nights, a diaper that suits your baby. Huggy Snug and Dry with all new Leak Lock. Absorbs faster to help stop leaks. Parenthood, chaotically beautiful. Enjoy it.
Are you looking for that prescription that the doctor just gave to you and you can't find it at no other pharmacy? Well, the Orange Grove Pharmacy is where you should be. The Orange Grove Pharmacy, we carry a wide range of American and European prescriptions and drugstore items. We also do personal care products. We offer friendly services and 24 hours emergency delivery. Charges may apply. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m. Orange Grove Pharmacy, supporting a healthy lifestyle.
Welcome back to A Better Place. As I mentioned in the intro, we will be talking to the director of a new play, Shame and Scandal. His name is Mr. Earl Duzong. Mr. Earl Duzong, welcome to A Better Place.
Hello, Angelique.
Well, Earl, as I mentioned, we will be talking about this new play, Shame and Scandal. I was made to understand that this is a play written by Mr.
Fabian Badajo.
Fabian Badajo. And was he the one to contact you to be the director for this play?
Well, it went via, but
Okay.
It started out with me talking to Fernando, and me and Fernando, we work together as actors, and he always used to ask me, Earl, when we going to put on next production? And I keep telling Fernando, until I get a good script. So until I have a nice script and I can read it, proof it, and I like it, we can put on a play. So I said, Fernando, you ain't wrote nothing yet? And Fernando said, well, I'm busy with something, but it ain't ready yet. And he got in contact with Fabian. And Fabian had 2 scripts, and Fernando said, well, I know Earl. Earl is interested in putting on production, and I think he can handle directing, so let him proof it and see if he's interested. And I got the email from Fabian, and Fernando also sent me the script. I sat down, I read it. When I started reading it, I fell in love with it one time that I couldn't even stop reading it. Normally, when you start reading a script, it's like, okay, let's get to the meat of it. But from the beginning, it just caught my interest, and I read it, and then I had to go back over it again because I was like so awed by how it was written. Mm-hmm. So I read it over again, and I was like, whoa. And I called him. I called Mr. Badajo, and I said, I would love to sit down and talk to you and see if we can put this on as a production.
Right.
So and that's how we got started.
Okay, and how long did Mr. Badajo write this script?
He wrote this script back in 2000.
And do you know why he never did anything with it?
Well, I really don't know, but he was asked to have it published, and he said he didn't want to publish anything until when he actually did it as a stage production first. Once he did it as a stage production, have it done as a stage production, then he would have it published.
Okay, Earl, you are known in St. Martin for being an actor.
Yes.
You've acted in various plays, you've acted in various films, also put on by the late, great Mr. Ian Valls. Now you're in a new role as director. How does that feel for you?
It's a step. It's a big step. It's something that directorship has to be something in you. And I guess working along with Ian for so long and seeing how he did certain things, being a director, and also he was an actor also. But I watched and I just picked up on certain things that he was doing. And when we did Raising the Sun the second time around, he asked me if I would be his assistant as being assistant director, even though I acted in the production also. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yes, I would love to do it. So that was my first time being hands-on, dealing with the cast on my own, even though he was sitting next to me. But at that time, he was ill, and he wasn't that vocal. So I was pretty much the one who was in front handling everything for him.
So are you as tough as Mr. Ian Valls was? Because I had, you know, I acted with you in 1 or 2
Yes.
plays before, and I know that he was a very tough director. Are you also that tough, or are you tougher?
No, I wouldn't say I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
I'm pretty much straight with everybody, and I look for the same. I expect the same thing. What Ian would expect from all his actors. I'm very. Now that we're winding down to the last couple of weeks, it's like you.
No, you're showing your true colors.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm really showing my true colors because I'm not yelling at anyone.
Okay.
I would pull it to the side, tell you what exactly want, but I can feel that little side wanna trickle out maybe a little bit, but
You keep it
I don't want to
cool.
go there. No, I don't want
Okay,
to go
so tell us, who are some of the members on your cast?
there. The cast is made of Joel Arnell, Sylvina Gums, Sharma Flirton, Dejanay York, Clara La Vega, Julie Jones, Cedric Ortega, Fernando Thomas, and Fabiana Richardson.
Okay, so you have a little bit of the old and some of the
Yes, a
new.
little bit of the old and the new.
Right.
Yes.
So and how is it going so far?
It's going good so far. We have been rehearsing for about 2.5 months already, and right now it's the fun. This is actually like the final week before we go into dress rehearsal next week and more technical.
Right.
So pretty much right now just fine tuning on certain things and making the scenes look more realistic or bring more body into it and add more little things into it.
Okay, we're gonna have to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the name of the play and what is it really about,
Okay.
and also more about your cast. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
Man, I'm supposed to take my girl out to dinner this weekend. I'm so broke, man.
Man, I used to have those same problems, you know. But since I got my whip company card, when I take my lady out, I even get something back, you know.
Get something back. But you're a lucky fella.
I take your mind out the gutter, man. What I mean is, with whip company I get back 1% on every purchase I make. With this card, I can spend in guilders and use it throughout the Netherlands and TDs. Instead of paying 1% of the dollar credit card, now I get 1% back on every purchase I make at the end of the year.
What? I gotta get myself a company on card.
Man, but let's go.
Let me go. Man, now my lady's birthday gonna be a real celebration.
At least now with Whip Compaleon, I know you're gonna get something back.
The Web Compaleon credit card with limits as low as 500 guilders. You don't have to walk with cash, and it is accepted by practically all businesses. The Web Compaleon is the first guilder credit card that can be afforded by anyone.
You see what I mean? Just to take a leg bag from the door to the kitchen is too much trouble for you. Move before I mash the rest of the bag over your head. What are you gonna be pushing on them like that from? You, what are you doing here? I thought you said you was never setting foot in my house again. What are you doing in my house? I come here for my little sister. I'm more concerned about the results. Oh my God. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Stage 2 Foundation presents a play titled Shame and Scandal, a taboo topic that becomes public and destroys the whole family. Written by Mr. Fabian Badajo and directed by Earl Dusson. Featuring Sylvina Gums, Sharma Flirton, Joel Arnell, Dejanay York, Julie Jones, Cedric Ortega, Claudette Forsyth La Vega, Fernando Thomas, and Fabiana Richardson. Shame and Scandal premieres on November 8th and continues on November 9th, 10th, and 11th at the Phillipsburg Cultural Center. Shame and Scandal. Don't you dare miss it.
Welcome back to A Better Place. Earl, you were just talking about, you know, your cast and so on, and I want now for you to go a little bit more in depth and tell us, what is Shame and Scandal really about?
Well, I just always say shame and scandal in the family. That's what everybody would say. Shame and Scandal is about a family, and it's about incest that has been going on in a family for over so many years. And it's now coming to light that the father's been exposed, but he's well known in the community. And you know, most of the time when these things happen, a lot of people is like, no, not him, he wouldn't do that.
Right.
But yes, it does happen. So it's a play that is written about incest, but it touches that subject, and that's the main part of it, to bring it to light, because a lot of people that goes through this doesn't talk about it. They keep it to themselves, and it becomes that dormant, you know, taboo type thing that nobody really don't want to say, oh, I've been molested by my aunt or my father or my uncle or my brother, you know. So it's how the writer wrote it, it's well written because he wrote it based on an issue that happened here years ago. So it's a true story, and we just bring it to light right now for everyone to see.
And it's amazing what you said about, you know, it being taboo, because you hear so many things that are, you know, secretively said. But and you said something very key as well. People say, oh no, not him, it can't be him, because and it's so wrong, because these are things that can happen with anyone. But because of the taboo in it, you know, people just tend to keep it secret. So how did you go about choosing your characters to fit these particular roles?
Okay, the characters to fit. Normally when I read a script, I fit myself in because I'm an actor. I fit myself in, and I can visualize certain things. And when I first read the script, and the father was the first person who stood out to me, and the father, automatically I saw Joel Arnell, that strong person, that person who's respected in the community, that person who, you know what I mean, when he's on stage, Joel can be a brute, but at the same time he can be a little lamb and be nice and loving. So when I read it, I saw Joel as the father, and then as I continued reading, I just started filling in the different characters, the different people in the different character slots, like Sylvina, for the mother. She and Joel is a perfect pair, perfect pair. Sharma, I brought in Sharma to be the older sister, because the older sister is a strong one. She has to be supportive to the younger sister who is going through the whole process. And then I casted the lawyers, the prosecutor, which is Julie Jones as the defense counsel, and Cedric Ortega as the prosecutor. And we have the judge, who is Clara La Vega. The court clerk is Fernando Thomas. And as the main characters, we have two, which is Dejanay York and Fabiana Richardson.
And how did you go about choosing those two young ladies?
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you, that was the hardest role to cast. Because you wanted someone to have that young, innocent look, but at the same time, that person has to go through a whole roller coaster ride, portraying and explaining what they went through. And that is a climactical part of the play. And I know when it is done, it should touch everyone out there, because when these girls do it, I sit back and I'm just like in a total silence, awe, like, oh my God.
Now, did you have a lot of auditions for that particular role? Or
No, I just, I asked around, like talked to